DGK. That's going to be Eternal Evolution. And I'm back from a little bit of hiatus here, but today I want to talk about REZ. Alright, now REZ is one of the heroes that you are going to be able to get from the shop from just doing your Galactic Arenas. So you can get it for 150k. This will refresh every once in a while. And let's talk about why I think this is somebody that you should invest in, kind of no matter where you're at in the game, unless we're an endgame player, but we're not doing endgame content. That's right, so you can come in here and buy a copy of him. He's a triple S. And let's go over his skills real quick, and maybe that'll explain to you why I think he fits so well for something you are going to need for content, for all kinds of different things. So REZ injects the stimulants into the ally to restore the target ally's energy to the upper limit. So this is wordy. So let's just break this down and let's skip the wording and just basically kind of talk about what it's doing. So what REZ is going to do here is the more energy that a teammate recovers, the more energy he consumes. So to get that to the upper limit right here, so if your hero is just a tick off the end and REZ shoots it with him, REZ keeps his energy up to there, then does it again. So basically he's going to inject everything he has to make your highest DPS is all the way up to the top to use their ultimate skill. He's going to first select the same row ally. So they got to be in the same row for this to happen, or for your highest DPS. And if they're not, if he's out of range, then he'll go to the next row. Okay, so as you level him up here, you can get him all the way up to, it'll reduce to 300, so he'll just keep going faster and faster and faster. So that little energy bar that you see them building up, basically he's going to deplete his to make your, once his is full, to make your DPS, your highest DPS, their skill bar go all the way to the end. So kind of whoop, like this. All right, in the basic sense of the term. Now, his second one, he'll throw a biological grenade at the nearest enemy. He'll do 150 attack damage and decrease the enemy's energy by 60 points. So he's going to take their energy down as he's putting his own and your DPSs up at the same time. You can get that to go even higher the more you level him. Now, vaccinates an ally. Okay, anyways. Increases their speed by 20% for 7 seconds. So he's got to speed them up real quick, too. If there are no same row allies within the range, he'll choose the highest attack. All right, so his speed buff, we can get that all the way up to 40 if we do so. Then here's what's really cool for him, his passive here. So every 5 seconds, he's going to roll towards the outside, the flanks. That means the outside of the 6 boxes that you have. And he'll shoot the targets of the same row ally one time, dealing 160 attack damage. And when he starts rolling, he removes all debuffs on him, then becomes immune to damage. So he's not going to take any damage while he's flanking out like that. If there are no same row allies, his attacks of the target ally with the highest attack instead. So he'll decrease, damage will increase to 176% of attack all the way down to 213. So REZ, his talent effect he can get in this, REZ reduces the enemy's defense by 15% for 3 seconds when shooting. Okay, so essentially what he's going to do here is he's just going to make your DPS go constantly all the time. He's going to keep sending everything he has right straight into your DPS for them to keep shooting, for them to keep going, for them to keep rolling out like that. Okay, so if you can get his exclusive up, here's where this is going to become very important. When an energy skill is cast for the first time, they'll recover 40 energy points per second for 10 seconds. Then you can get it to 60. Then after that, you won't have to wait points per 10 seconds. That one's the recover 60 energies immediately. After that, each time the energy skill is cast, teammate will have their speed increased by 13% for 6 seconds. Then after that, they should have their speed increased by 30% for 6 seconds each time an energy skill is cast. So we can talk about all this. So it seems really hard to understand as you do that, but you'll unlock these here. This is how you unlock the talents that are on the bottom there. Okay, so you can see a lot of these, okay, just by going to the talent tree. So anyways, we can read all that, and that still may be very confusing and like, why would I need this guy? Let's just show it in action a little bit here. Let's go out to the perimeter. Who takes those? Let's try the Dessa maybe here. Let's just go back to an easier level so we can just see kind of what he gets into, why he does what he does, how that works out for him. So we're going to take out the dragon here. Let's throw in REZ. Let's go down here and find him. Now what we're going to focus on here and what we're going to watch is watch what REZ does. Watch how he flanks out, how he injects that energy into Emma here, my speed DPS. Okay, so he's building up, as we can see his bar here. Emma's building up. She's going to go a little before him. Okay, so she's going to go. Boom. There's her ult. She's going to keep hitting. Now REZ is going to inject her right back. All the way up again. Bam. Now she's going to go again. Okay, boom. Look how much damage she just did from that. Just taking it off. Now he can't. He injected her again. Look, now he regained half of that. Now he's going to inject her right back again as soon as he fills up. Bam. Emma's all the way up. Bursts off. So he's just going to keep her going constantly. She is not going to stop dealing damage. Right again, she's going to bam. Already, she's about to go again. Okay, so that's what REZ is going to do. He doesn't provide a lot in the way of any kind of support. He doesn't have any healing, really. He doesn't have a whole lot going for him but that. But now look at this. If you're going into maybe your guild dungeon here, and you're going to fight in your guild, now you can put up a lot of damage on those guild bosses by having those speed DPSs constantly going. So instead of maybe building one, it's almost like having two, and he's just going to keep getting faster as you level her up. So it's a really cool thing to have if you need a lot of damage output very quickly. REZ is going to be very great for that. Like I said, we're not going to talk right now about anything in the way of showing you, oh my God, this is fully maxed out. Here's the godlike gear you should put on there. I spent $20,000 on my account just flexing. No, we don't do that here because you don't understand how to use it then. All you just have is a bunch of stuff that you paid for and you have no idea how these things are actually working in game. That's how REZ actually works. So check him out if you're trying to build up, you're trying to put a lot more damage in there, and really think about just maybe grabbing him. I don't even have him leveled up that much. Let's go see down here. Where do I got my REZ at? Where did he fly off to? Right here. I only have him at Epic 1, but that's just fine. The equipment I threw on him, I just threw on, I wanted a little bit of survivability out of him, so I just put some HP gear on him and gave him, a defense, an HP, 2 HPs. I'd like to throw a damage reduction in there when I get one that fits with him. But, for right now, he does just fine for me with that. On the talent tree I have with him, I'm not even very far with using that, but that's fine. We will get there. I don't need to spend a ton of money, but I'm going to figure out how to use them before we can, in the way of, instead of just trying to watch a video and be like, oh my God, I got this guy. He's going to be the greatest thing ever. He probably won't right away. It actually may not do much for you, but I tell you, he will later on. So check him out. Get that hero in your inventory. Make sure that you're actually buying him. He's definitely worth it out of the shop there, and he does have a use. I will promise you, just put him in the guild boss one time, right next to your highest DPS, and watch your damage increase. And that's what that's all about. So if you guys liked the video, hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.